This is day 77 of trying to get to 2000 ELO on chess.com. I'm currently rated 1862 and I'm versing someone rated 1918. So I'm versing stronger opponents, and I'm going to play this move, which is a mistake, I'm pretty sure. Because I like to just get my bishop out as fast as possible. Their best move is to push this pawn, but instead, that's also a good move. Completely fine. But I may have to okay, that move looks a little passive. So it looks like I'm playing someone who's kind of has more of my playing style, where they just kind of develop their pieces, and then maybe he'll just castle kingside on his next move. I will get ready to castle, but I probably won't castle kingside soon. So he castles. I could castle, but I think just developing my knight to d2, pushing c4, and then maybe I'll castle. Okay, so he just pushes the pawn. So he's very passive. He's kind of like me, like putting his bishop behind the pawns, which not a lot of people do, but that's something that I like to do as well. So I think I have to push c4 now. That looks correct, and then push a3. Okay, he develops his bishop. It's attacking my knight. I think this would be a good opportunity to push this pawn, because I was going to push h3 anyways, so I think that's reasonable. I don't think taking would be a good move, although this does look scary, and that may be the best move, but that's not really my playing style. I just think it just seems too risky. So I'm actually just going to push this pawn. I don't want the knight to come here, because I want to move my queen. And if I move my queen now, then his knight just goes there. So it's just just preparing, just stopping his knight, and getting ready to develop my queen, and then maybe I can castle queenside. Probably not. I think I'm just going to keep my king in the center of the board, though. Maybe going for maybe actually just moving my knight and taking this with my king, and leaving my king in the center of the board and having the rooks connected. So obviously, if he moves his knight back, he's trying to play this. So now that I know he's trying to play this move, pushing g4 looks reasonable, because it attacks his bishop, but also kind of puts more pressure onto this square. So now I think I have to push g4, because I need to put more pressure here. And then even pushing maybe e4, just to add as much pressure as possible. It does kind of weaken my bishop and weaken this square. I think it's the correct move, though, because I can't just allow him to open up his rook file. My king is a little weak. Maybe that's kind of like my first mistake I've made. But I think it looks okay. And then maybe I could push the h-pawn, just push the h-pawn up the board. Try and... my king is a little unsafe, though. Like, I can't just allow my king, the rooks, not to be connected. So I'm really thinking of just moving my queen and trying to maybe castle queenside, although I don't really want him to start an attack on the queen side. So keeping my king in the center looks kind of safe as well. That move looks incorrect to me, because I can push this pawn. It's defended by my knight and rook. I guess if he were to take, that would be terrible, because that would just that taking wouldn't look good. I guess he could move his bishop to f4 though, but then his bishop would be trapped. Yeah, so I'll go here, and I think he's gonna take, which doesn't look good for him. I'll obviously take with the queen, and okay, so he takes. I could take with the knight. I could take with the king, but I think taking with the queen seems most reasonable. I'm threatening to trap his bishop, so maybe he'll push this pawn, but this pawn doesn't look like a good move, because I'm not gonna attack his bishop. I'm gonna open up the king. But yeah, that actually looks like a better move. So I don't want to open up his rook file. That wouldn't look too good. Pushing this pawn looks like a very reasonable move, because then I can push it again, and then if he pushes, kind of just weakens his structure, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna push the pawn here. I have to be careful though. My king is a little weak, so maybe I could castle queenside, although I really just don't like how he's able to start an attack very quickly. So I kind of want to push this pawn, but looks like he'll go here. I know I said I didn't want to open up his rook file, but pushing g5 looks kind of good. I guess he could also push though, but then I could push. His pawn takes. He would be up a pawn, but the rook file would be open. This move is very hard for me to play, but I'm just going to move my queen up 1 square. I was thinking of giving up a pawn after pushing, and then he pushed, and then, but I don't want to play anything too risky. Like my opponent's 1900, so I'm just gonna I move my queen so I can try and move my king. He's attacking this pawn, which does look like a threat. I'm actually going to move my bishop, defending this pawn, and then I'm going to move my bishop again, and then move my king. Keeping my king in the center of the board looks to be the safest to me. Pushing this pawn at some point has to be a good move. He can't take, so he'll have to push, but that just weakens his structure, I think. So my next move is to move my bishop. I didn't want to castle queenside because it looked like he could just start an attack. So now he's attacking this pawn. If I go here, his queen takes. I probably can't give up the pawn. I was thinking of moving my bishop here, but if I just move my knight, my bishop defends, and try and get my knight here, that looks really nice. So I'm going to try that. So my bishop defends this, but I'm also preparing this knight move, stopping his queen from seeing this pawn, but also adding some more pressure. And if he ever kicks my knight out, it just opens up the rook file. I really need to move my king, though, because these rooks need to be connected. I probably might actually have to move my bishop back. Now he's threatening this knight move. I didn't actually really see that move. Yeah, this knight move looks like a huge threat. So I'm going to go here. He still has this knight move, but that doesn't look as bad. I do have to play faster. My opponent has a lot more time, so I have to just play some moves. So he can still go here, but that's not much. That's not as bad as his knight occupying this square. And then I'm gonna push this pawn any moment now. My king needs to move. Even just moving my king over here, just moving my king closer to my rook looks a lot safer. Because this file's open. This is open. Oh, I didn't see that move. Oh, his knight defends. So I wouldn't really want to take that. I'm going to push this pawn. Hopefully I'm not blundering anything. He can't take this. My bishop defends. And obviously taking doesn't look like a good move for him because that just opens the rook file, so he'll probably push. I'm not sure what I'll play now. I'm going to move my king over. Now that looks like a crazy move, but my king just, it's unsafe. It's just unsafe. It needs to be over here. It would be so nice to take this knight, but his other knight just takes, and so that doesn't do anything. If his other knight wasn't defending, I would take that so fast, but it just doesn't do anything when his other knight gets into the position. Maybe I can reroute my knight over here to then try and take, because this is actually very annoying. This is a huge threat. He does have weaknesses in his position. Okay, he pushes the pawn. So taking, he takes with the knight. I'm not sure what to play. I'm going to reroute my knight. Oh, I have to be careful, though. Ooh, maybe that's a bad move. It looks like it kind of weakens my position. The reason I want to go there is because I want to try and trade off these knights. Taking with this pawn doesn't look good because his rook just attacks my bishop. So I'll take with this pawn. And I am sensing some weaknesses in my position. Like this rook move looks kind of dangerous. So now his knight's threatening to go there. My queen and bishop defend this, but I can't go here because then his knight just takes. I'm gonna move this rook here. Oh geez, I'm sensing weaknesses now. His knight can jump in. Okay, he just brings in his queen. I'm sensing weaknesses. I'm gonna take his knight now. His other knight takes. That's a reasonable move. I only have 1:56, so I have to play faster. I'm just gonna move my rook, defend this pawn a little bit more. I want to go and try and trade off the knight, but I can't. I also want to move my king over again. Maybe pushing this pawn, though, should have been a move that I could have played here. So that move looks bad to me. But I have to play a little bit faster. I'm gonna go here, attacking his knight. Knight can't take. Bishop still defends. So I'm threatening to take. If he defends it with his queen, I'll still take. Oh, maybe I can sacrifice though. check. Yeah, I can, wait, I can sacrifice. So putting his queen here, defending wouldn't, but he doesn't have any checks. Okay, he stops that. Oh, he's threatening this move. Ooh, I'm gonna move my king. I'll move my bishop here, defending this pawn more. I think I can still sacrifice. Or maybe not because the bishop's here now. Not really sure. My rook is doing terrible. Okay, he moves his knight. If I take this, it just opens up his rook file. Doesn't look good. I'll move my knight here, defending this pawn more. I have to move a lot faster. It's such a complex position with such little time. I don't know. Like, I have no idea what to play. Actually, wait, I can push this pawn and try and open up. His king is weak here. So maybe pushing this pawn. So I'll go here. He does have this knight move. But I can just go here. Very, very complex position. He still has this knight move as well. Okay. I'll move my rook. I'm planning on just moving my queen and giving him this check. Maybe my bishop is better though, because he could just move his king. I only have 1 minute and 17 seconds. Very complex position. Very hard to play. So I'm going to go here. And I'm threatening this check, so he'll probably just move his king. But maybe I can still push this pawn though. Maybe I can still push the pawn. Oh, he has this fork. If my queen gets over here, he has the fork. Oh, I didn't see that move. I should have took. My bishop's defended. I'm going to move my knight. And I'm probably just going to sacrifice. Somehow. So I obviously can't take. This is check. This comes with check though. I have this bishop move, but his knight just takes. But maybe that's good though. Maybe just allowing his knight to take. No, it doesn't work. I'll go here. Get my knight into the position. Maybe I could get my rook. Or I should probably move my queen to get this rook open. I only have 1 minute left. He has 1 minute and 19 seconds. I'm probably going to start talking less and playing moves that aren't good. So I'll go here, threatening this. So I'll go here. I might just move my queen too, try and get my rook into the game. He still has this check though. I have to be extremely careful. Maybe pushing this pawn looks good though. I'll have to take that. And take this with my rook. These pawns are a huge asset. Oh, I blundered that. I'll go here. He takes with check. I think I might be winning. I think I'm still winning though. And I'll have to push this pawn. I'll have to defend the pawns. He has 19 seconds left. There's no way. There's no way he has 19 seconds left. There's no way he can beat me. I actually think I'm still winning. I'll have to go here though. And if rook goes here, then I'll have to go here. Okay, he just lets me take. Interesting. So yeah, my next move is to push this pawn. Yeah, so I just won. That was actually a very, very difficult game. Thank God I won though. I played with a 66.3% accuracy. My opponent played with a 66.6% accuracy. So his bishop move was a blunder. It's a blunder because I should have took with my knight. And then he would have to move his queen somewhere and then his bishop's trapped. So the way I did it was not terrible, but there was a better way. And then as we started getting lower on time, I made this knight move, kind of forgetting that he has 2 attackers on this pawn. And actually, I think he ended up kind of forgetting that too, and he didn't take for a while. But yeah, that's just something like when you're low on time, you just kind of forget about like small things like that. And in this complex position, this knight move is just a blunder because I can't allow him to occupy all these squares and win a pawn. And this king move here is also a blunder. I'm not exactly sure why it gave me a blunder, because both options I'm still completely losing. So yeah, I'm not really sure. So this pawn push that I made is a blunder because my opponents can give me this check. I move my king, and then they can go here attacking my bishop, but also attacking this pawn. So once I think my best move is to go here. Once I move my bishop, they take this pawn. And the reason why, if I just go back a few moves, the reason why this move is better is because after, I think check is still the best move, and then I move my king, and if they were to go here, I can just push, because I can just push again, and then once they go here, I can defend. And his king is too far away, so eventually I could, let's just say he just moves his rook, then I could go here, give up the pawn, and promote. So that's like when I have low time, like there's no way I would have known what pawn to push. My rating is now 1871, percentile 99.8, and a high of 1882. This is the highest it's been in the series. The opponents that I'm playing now are very strong. So as you can probably tell by how red my face is, it's not easy playing these people because they're basically better than me. So I'll probably start like talking less in future videos, and just trying my best to win, get to like 1900. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.